Good morning, it's Kim from Do Creative Workshops. Today we're going to be looking at two different types of hidden spine mechanisms that can work in your mini books. The first one we're going to look at is a one using laid pieces of card, and I'm using white card for a change because I thought you could probably see it better on the camera than when I use black card. So the principle of this is that it's lots of cards laid on top of each other making the spine, and you make them to your measurements of your mini book. The base page should be the length of the pages that you want inside your book. So if you're using an 8-inch page on your book, this should be 8 inches that way, and it should be, the width should be an inch wider than the grey board spine that you're using. So this is looking at a 2-inch spine, so it gives you an inch either side of that join and fold and where your spine joins. So with this, you just need to cut it and put it to one side. The other pieces we've got will be to 3.5 inches plus the length of your book spine. We're going to score at 1/2 inch on either side. So you can either score it that way or score it at 1/2 inch and score it at 3 inches. Same with the other pieces. Just make sure my lines go straight. And then fold these up and burnish them. There's different uses for both of these books. This spine is better off if you're just going to do a single page, not a pocket page. It's more ideal for lightweight books. And the quality of the card really counts as well. So these will be the bits where you attach your book pages on. So what we're going to do is, on this one, take a bit of glue, find the one that works easiest, and run it down there. And pop that into the middle of there, centering it between the other bits. You do the same with this bit. You can use double-sided tape, but it doesn't give you that bit of wiggle room that you have when you use glue if you want to align it nice and straight. So this then needs to dry. Now, as you can see, this will do. Oh, let me find my measure. So this is looking at a 3-inch spine on a book by 8 inches long, and it's got 6 internal pages. If you just wanted to do 4 internal pages, you'd leave the edges off. You can add as many or as few with this method, and then that gets mounted directly onto here. Again, burnish it so it's all stuck down nicely and leave it to dry. Once it's dry, that goes on the inside of your book, and these are your spines. There are some good points and bad points with this one. The good points is it's fairly easy to make. You can make these, I've done it with 1/2 inch gussets in between, which allows you to add some embellishments and some flip-flaps on your pages and interesting interactive bits. But it also is very dependent on the quality of the cardstock that you use. I've had these, and I've had books where the cardstock hasn't been as good a quality as I expected, and this is your main spine, and that being a single piece and a fold, over time it's worn and it's gone there, and actually the page is then fallen out. But it's quick and easy to make, and if you want to make something as a quick gift that you don't expect to live forever, well, that's an absolute easy way to make a spine. So that's version 1. Our next version is done out of 1 sheet of paper. So this is, again, the height is the internal measurement of your pages. So if you're doing an 8-inch page, using 8x8 papers, you want that to be 8 inches. If you're doing it 7 inches, you'd cut it down by 7 inches. I've put this at 10 inches, and I'm going to draw on it so that you can see where my lines are going to go. So with this, what I want to do is score along here. And I'm going to score at 1.5 inches. Let's see if I'll score it first, and then I might be able to draw the line. See, can you see the line now? It's 1.5 inches. That is my end flap. I then want a little bit in from my crease. That'll be the flap that falls on the crease of my spine. So my spine's going to start there. I want it in a little bit, so I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. That's going to be a gusset. Then another 1/2 inch. And another 1/2 inch. I'm going to pencil these in for you now. That's 1/2 inch there, if I can go straight. 1/2 inch there. And 1/2 inch there. This is to hold it to one side. This is a gusset, and this is a mountain fold here. So next we need another gusset and another mountain fold, all at 1/2 inch marks. I think I'm running off a little bit with this. Yes, you want to keep them straight. It's this bit going against the edge of there which sometimes moves on this scorer. So here I have another gusset, another mountain fold. I'm going to keep going for however many pages I want. These mountain forms form the page spine. So that's 2 spines and a gusset. So I've got another gusset. and another page. Once you learn this technique, it is really easy to create mini books. So there we've got a gusset and a mountain spine again. Again, another gusset, another mountain, so I've got a gusset, mountain, mountain, gusset. So this has given me 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and that's on the outside. Make it clear. The next bit is a bit of magic folding. So just like you did at school, we're going to make some concertinas. So your mountain fold goes up at the middle, you fold it both ways. Your gussets need to stay flat, those are your valley folds. So, can you see our mountains and our valleys there? Lay them all down and give them a good burnish to make sure that the folds are nice and tight in both directions, top and bottom. So they've done that way, fold them all that way, and do it again. So the strength in this one is that you've got a double piece of card folded, and we're going to glue those mountains together, and that'll form the strength because it's doubled and it's not just a single card. So what you need to do is, you can take a little bit of double-sided tape and put it in if you want to hold it, but the glue does just as well. Run it along one side, make sure it only goes on the inside of your mountain fold, and stick it together. And stick that one together. The thing about double-sided tape is if you don't use a good quality tape, you'll find it'll disintegrate after a few years, and it'll just come unstuck and leave you just with a powdery mess. The glue tends to stay there as a good quality glue. Again, stick that down. If you want, you can use a couple of little clips at the edges to keep them going, keep them ready to glue down. And leave that to dry. Once it's dry, these are your centre folds, and you've got a nice flat back, nice and straight, and that we're going to put into the book. Similar to that's gone into the book. So this one lasts longer. In my opinion, it lasts longer. The folds seem stronger for your pages opening and closing, as it's got the extra strength into it. So in my mind, I would use this one for a double page, especially if you're going to add extra interactive pieces on it. It's entirely up to you. If you want to pop back for more mini book instructions, just give us a subscribe. Bye for now. Thanks.